It is the same screen that was engulfed in flames nearly 2 years ago. Remember that day? The old wooden frame, built back in 1951, was no match for the massive fire, a fire so large that winds carried the embers clear across Interstate 244. That was a sad day. Well, good evening. Thanks for choosing 2 News. I'm Russ McCaskey. Karen is off tonight. We begin with a historic night in Tulsa. A landmark that was made famous in the movie Outsiders, has entertained thousands of people throughout the years, reopens nearly 2 years after that devastating fire. 2 News reporter Brandon Richard joins us now live at the Admiral Twin Drive-In in North Tulsa with more. Brandon?
Well, you know, many people had hoped, but some truly never thought they'd see a night like this again, with movies playing on the big screen here at Admiral Twin. In many ways, the Admiral Twin story mimics the plot lines of the Hollywood blockbusters it's so famous for showing. It took 60 years to move through the first act when the drive-in theater opened and became a Tulsa landmark. But just like in the movies, the second act brings the biggest obstacles. In September of 2010, a fire fueled by heavy winds ripped through and brought this iconic structure to its knees.
It broke my heart. It's still breaking my heart, and it's kind of hard to look because that tower was really such an icon of Tulsa.
But the community and owners were determined to see the Admiral rise from the ashes. So for the next 22 months, they rebuilt. Finally, Act 3, the grand reopening. An hour before the gates reopened, folks were already lining up.
We've been coming for years and years. Brought our daughter out here for years and years.
Michelle and Kenneth Williams drove in from CLAREMORE and say there's no way they'd miss the Admiral Twin's big revival.
Drive-ins aren't popular across the country anymore, so to keep one here in Tulsa is quite surprising, but great.
That's a view shared by many.
You have to have things that really say this is Tulsa, and the Admiral Twin, this is Tulsa.
Like any great Hollywood film, triumph trumps tragedy in the end. And luckily for Tulsa, tonight isn't the end for the Admiral Twin. It's only the beginning of a new sequel. And just to give you an idea of how successful this night has been, this place is so packed, there's literally no more room. Dozens and dozens of vehicles had to be turned away. Live in North Tulsa, Brandon Richard, 2 News works for you.
I tell you, Brandon, that really is a testament to just what the Admiral Twin means to Tulsa. By the way, what's the cost if people want to try to get in tomorrow or sometime in the future?
Well, if you're lucky enough to get through the gate, admission for adults is $7. It's $3 for kids. Russ?
All right, sounds good. And enjoy the show, Brandon. All right, Brandon Richard live tonight from North Tulsa.